Again. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem. We continue with our discussion of Hajj. So, we discussed shurut fardiyatul Hajj, prerequisite that when Hajj in theory become fard upon you. And then Hajj might be fard upon you, but the ada, the performance of Hajj might not be fard upon you. So these are called shurut wujub al-ada. Now there are a third kind of shurut. What are the third kind of shurut? That once you start Hajj, so what are the conditions which will make your Hajj valid? Okay, so these shurut are sihhatul ada, and that is what? Wujubul ada. That when the Hajj become, the ada become wajib on you, those shurut. And these are, sihha mean correctness, to be okay. It's called sihha. And ada mean performance. Shurut mean prerequisite or conditions. So, like for example, I give you an example so that you can understand good. Like when you pray your salat, right? So, in salat, according to my calculation, because sometimes it become more or less. So there might be a little bit up and down. But as I counted, there are 14 fara'id in salat. I'm giving you an example so that you can understand Hajj. How many mandatory things fard in salat? 14, right? So these 14 we divided into two. Out of the 8 are called shurut and 6 are called arkan. Okay, what is the difference between shurut and arkan? Shurut of salat is that the prerequisite you have to start, you have to fulfill before you start your salat. This is called shurut. Like for example, it is fard to have a building permit when you build your house. So that is shart or rukun. It is shart. You have not started your building house yet, but it is mandatory to have to pull the permit. Okay? So this is how you have not started your salat yet, and you have to fulfill 18 prerequisites. Like for example, what? You have to make wudu, you have to make sure that which way is qibla, right? You have to make sure that there is taharat of badan, taharatul makan, taharatul thawb. All these are what? Prerequisites that you have to, these are called shurut. Arkan is what? When you start your salat. Like for example, takbir tahrima is qiyam, qira'at, ruku, sujood. These are 6 arkan. Okay? So how many fara'id in salat? 14. Okay? And those fara'id, so shurut are also fara'id. And arkan are also fara'id. So the same way is in Hajj. In Hajj, these ilm is fard upon you that you have to memorize. Okay? So remember easy, there are 3 fard in Hajj. 3. Out of those 3, 1 is shart and 2 are rukun. Like for example, in salat, there were 14. 8 were shurut and 6 were arkan, inside. So outside and inside. In the same way, in the Hajj also, there are 3 fard. 1 is shart and 2 are rukun, but together somebody asks you how many fard in Hajj, you will say 3. Okay? So what is shart? The shart is before you start your Hajj, you have to make sure at the entry point of Makkah in Miqat, you have to have ihram. So that is fard. Okay? And what are the 2 rukun? 1 is Arafah, and after Arafah, tawaf ziyarat. There are 8 different kinds of tawaf that inshallah we will discuss. But so that, but farz tawaf in Hajj is only 1, and that tawaf after Arafah, which is called tawaful ziyara. Samajh gaye? Okay? So there are, so 3, how many farz in Hajj? 3. Out of those 3 farz, 1 is shart and 2 are rukun. Which one is shart? Ihram. And which one is rukun? 2. One is the wuquf of Arafah and one is the tawaf after the wuquf of Arafah, which is called tawaf al-diyar. Now, this knowledge you will keep with you. But in the book, there will be two other kind of shart also, which are a little bit theoretical, so we don't tell the people to memorize those two. They are like kind of ilmi, scholarly kind of thing. So according to the calculation of the author, the fara'id of Hajj will be 5. There are 2 more sharait he gonna, but you don't worry about those 2, okay? You keep with you that there is only 1 shart, because he gonna be telling us there are 2 more sharait also, which we don't tell the people to memorize, okay? So now let's go ahead. Shurutu sihhatul ada'i, prerequisite that the performance of Hajj be sihha, which means it will be okay, it will be correct. La yasihhu ada'ul hajji. La mean no. Yasihhu mean to be correct. Ada'ul hajji, the performance of Hajj is not correct. Illa mean except. Idha mean when. Tawaffarat mean found, exist. Ashurutul atiyah, the following prerequisite. If they are met, they exist. The first one is what? Al-ihram. You have to have ihram. فَلَا يَصِحُّ, it is not correct ada'ul hajji, to perform the Hajj bidun al-ihrami. Bidun mean without. Without ihram, it is not correct to perform the Hajj. What is ihram? Ihram is, okay, let me explain to you ihram. Ihram is not just a dress. Ihram is a state. State is how you spelling state. Okay. There's an E? Okay. Ihram. It is a condition which come upon you. Dress is part of that. So when you are making ihram, so what you do? The first thing is that you take a ghusl, preferably. If no ghusl, then at least make wudu. After that, you pray 2 rak'atain. Right? After that, what you do? You wear the dress, the 2 white sheets. After that, you say talbiyah. You recite talbiyah. And at the same time of talbiyah, you make niyyah. These 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 things you will do, you become muhrim. Okay, how many? 5 things. But remember, out of these 5, the real one are only these 2. Real mean what? You are going for Umrah or Hajj. You have opportunity to make ghusl in which airport? Qatar airport. Qatar. Okay, so you make ghusl in Qatar airport. Or then you pray 2 rak'ah at the airport and there. And you wear your dress also. So you can still trim your nail and your hair. Okay? And you can apply perfume. You can touch your wife. Because why? By these 3 things, you don't become muhrim. You become muhrim by 4 and 5. So now when you are in the aeroplane and the pilot announced that make niyyah, then you recite labbaik, and then you make a niyyah in your heart, then the restrictions of ihram start. Alright? So there are a collection of 5 things you do, but you actually enter in the state of ihram only by what? By niyyah, intention, and by recitation of the talbiyah, right? And then, okay, so this is okay, so al-ihram huwa niyyatul hajj ma'a talbiyati min al-miqat. Okay? Ihram is, so he mentioned to you out of the 5 things, niyyah. He tell you talbiyah. And he tell you the dress. How many things he didn't tell you? Ghusl and 2 rak'ah, which is mustahab, which is not mandatory. So you can add those 2 also with it. Okay? So he tell you the essentials of ihram. That without niyyah, you are not in ihram. Without talbiya, you are not in ihram. Without the dress, you are not in ihram. So out of those five, three are essential. The other two are what? Nafal. If you miss it, that's fine. If you didn't do ghusl or wudu, okay, and if you didn't pray 2 rak'ah, your ihram is still okay. So what is ihram? هو نية الحج, that is to make a niyyah of the hajj. مع التلبية, along with to say لبيك اللهم لبيك. And that has to be where? من الميقات, from the miqat, okay? This is وَنَذْعُ الثِّيَابِ الْمَخِيطَةِ. نَذْع means removing, pull out, take out. That's called what? نَذْع, okay? And ثِياب means dress. مَخِيطَةِ means stitched. Okay, sewn, the other word for it. Okay, stitched. Stitch is easy for me. The other word is difficult for me. Sewing or something. Okay. وَنَذَعُ الثِّيَابِ الْمَخِيطَةِ. Any dress which has what? Stitches in it. Okay. وَارْتِدَاءُ ثِيَاب, and to put on. Irtida is from rida. Okay. Rida means shawl. Rida and izar. Okay, so the upper sheet is called rida, and the lower one is called what? Izar. But we use it for putting on also. So wartida'u, and to put on thiyabu ghairi mukhitati lirrajuli, that dress which is not stitched, lirrajuli, for the man, not for the woman. Woman can do that. ويستحب, it is mustahab, أن يكون إذارا, that it should be izar. Izar means the down one. What? Okay, it's called izar. Waridaan, and the upper sheet. So it is mustahab that dress should be one izar and one rida. Right? Okay. What talbiyatu? What is talbiya? Here an yaqula, that is to say labbaik. Labbaik means like yes sir. Like you, I'm here. I'm present. That means labbaik. Allahumma mean oh Allah. Labbaik, I'm here. I'm present. Labbaik la sharika lak. I am present, there is no partner associated with you. Labbaik. Inna alhamda, indeed mean, inna mean indeed, hamad mean praise. Wal ni'mata mean bounties. Laka, for you. Wal mulk, and the kingdom. La sharika laka, there is no partner with you. Okay, so this is the whole thing about ihram. So condition number one, he mentioned what? Ihram. This is the one that I told you, you don't have to memorize. The second prerequisite is what? Al-waqtul makhsus. The prerequisite is, like for example, for salat, in shurut there is waqt, right? So in the same way for hajj also, if you do these things before the time or after the time, that's not gonna work. So makhsus means specified time. فَلَا يَصِحُّ أَدَاءُ الْحَجِّ, the performance of hajj is not okay. قَبْلَ أَشْهُرِ الْحَجِّ, before the months of hajj, or بَعْدَهُ, or afterward. Okay, so وَأَشْهُرُ الْحَجِّ, and the months of hajj are هي شوال. One is شوال, like the Eid al-Fitr. First day of Eid al-Fitr, شوال start. وذو القعدة, like we are now in ذو القعدة. وعشر ذي الحجة, and 10 days of ذي الحجة. These 10 days are called what? These three things. These 3 months are called the months of Hajj. فمن طاف, the one who did tawaf, أو سعى, or he did sa'i, قبل ذلك, before these 3 months, لم يصح. It is not. لم يصح. It's not going to be correct. ويصح Okay, this need a little bit explanation. Okay, you pay attention to me. Okay, now Hajj is of 3 kinds. One is ifrad. Ifrad is what? Only Hajj, no Umrah. The second is qiran. Qiran is Hajj plus Umrah in one trip, without a gap, no gap in between the two ihram wise. The state of ihram is the same one. And tamattu' mean Hajj and Umrah in one trip, and there is a gap. You come out of the state of ihram after Umrah, and for the Hajj you start a new state of ihram. They call tamattu'. आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? Are you listening? Okay, so now look. On the first of Shawwal, you make intention for these 2, and I will tell you why not this one. You make on the first of Shawwal, which is on the first day of Eid al-Fitr, you wear ihram in your home, and you say, I'm going for Hajj. Okay, so you will make niyyah. You will say, Allahumma inni uridu al-Hajja. right? Hajj only. فَيَسِّرْهُ لِي وَتَقَبَّلْهُ مِنِّي. So make it easy for me and accept it. You make the intention of what? If only Hajj. And the first day of Eid Shawwal, you reach Makkah in Ihram, right? So you reach Makkah in Ihram, you will do a tawaf. That tawaf is called Tawaful Qudum. The other name for it is Tawafut Tahiyya. I told you there are 8 kinds of tawaf, and one by one we will discuss it, inshallah. So you do Tawaful Qudum or Tawafut Tahiyya. And after you will stay all the way to Hajj in Ihram. Okay? And the sa'i of the Hajj that you do after Arafah, you may do that after that Tawaful Qudum too, in Shawwal. समझ गए मेरी बात? This is the story of which Hajj? Ifrad. Now if you do Qiran, what you will do? You will reach Makkah, you will make niyyah, you will say, Allahumma inni uridu al-hajja wal-umrata. Right? فَيَسِّرْهُمَا لِي وَتَقَبَّلْهُمَا مِنِّي. I make intention of Hajj and Umrah from your home. And the first day of Shawwal, you reach what? You reach Makkah. When you reach Makkah, so you will do the af'al of Umrah. After the af'al of Umrah, you will do another tawaf. That tawaf is called Tawaf Qudum. The same tawaf. Okay? And then after that, you will remain in the state of Ihram all the way to Hajj. Why I say the first day of Shawwal? Just to make you understand the deadline. Otherwise, you can do in Dhul Qa'dah or in all this time, so that the time of Ihram will be less, so that you don't have to be in the restriction for a long time. वो समझाने के लिए. That is why I say all the way from there. Extreme example. So why I circle these two only? Because in Tamattu there is no Tawaful Qudum. Tawaful Qudum or Tawaful Tahiyya is only sunnah in the Ifrad and in the Tamattu, in Qiran. In Tamattu, what you do? You just go there, you do regular Umrah, no Tawaful Qudum, you come out of the state of Ihram, and then you wait until the Hajj. So this is like all of you have done Tamattu. But this is, so now when we say Hajj is 3 months, so that is related to which Hajj? Ifrad and Qiran, that you are making the intention of Hajj only. I mean only Hajj, and the other is Hajj and Umrah. So you are making the intention of Hajj from your home in both. Okay, and in Tamattu, when you're leaving home, you don't make the intention of Hajj. You say, Allahumma inni uridu al-umrata fayassirha li wa taqabbalha minni. You don't do nothing. No, when you do Umrah in Makkah, you come out of the state of Ihram, then you make another niyyah of Hajj on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. ये बात clear हो गई ना? Okay, you can rewind it. It's recorded anyway. I don't want to repeat so much. So that is why it say that that وأشهر الحج here, the Hajj month is Shawwal, because from Shawwal you can wear the ihram of Qiran and Ifrad, right? And why not Tamattu? Because in Tamattu you don't have to, because you are only wearing the ihram of what? Umrah from your home. Okay, and in Dhul Qa'dah you can also do, like nowadays you can do it. وعشر ذي الحجة. فمن طاف, the one who did tawaf or sa'a, or he did sa'i قبل ذلك, before these 3 months, لم يصح, it is not okay. But he is just giving you a difference of opinion, and that is, if you did it in Ramadan, so it will be okay, but it is makruh. ويصح الإحرام, and ihram will become okay, it is not invalid. مع الكراهة, with the kirahiyya, it's makruh. قبل أشهر الحج, before these months, which mean in Ramadan. Okay, and the third prerequisite he is saying, al-biqa'u al-makhsusati, that location, that piece of land which is specified, وهي أرض عرفات, where is the Hajj done? The land of Arafat للوقوف, for wuquf, to stay there, والمسجد الحرام, and Masjid al-Haram لتواف الزيارة. So I told you there are 3 fards in Hajj, right? One Hajj is done where? In Arafat. The other fard is done where? It's Masjid al-Haram. So anything which is done in Mina or Muzdalifah will be what? It will be either wajib or sunnah, according to the Hanafi school of thought, right? Okay, so that is why he said the biqa' you need is not, he didn't mention Mina. And he didn't mention Muzdalifah because the three farz, one is ihram you did from miqat, and one is Arafah, which is you need the field of Arafat, and the Masjid Haram you need for what? For tawaf al-ziyarah. فلا يصح أداء الحج, the performance of Hajj is not correct. إذا فات الوقوف بعرفة, when you miss, فات means fought. وقوف of Arafah is missed from you. في وقت الوقوف, in that specified time from Dhuhr to the Fajr time, that is the wuquf time, wuquf. وكذا لا يصح أداؤه, وكذا means similarly, it is not correct the ada of Hajj إذا فات طواف الزيارة, when you miss طواف الزيارة. Why? Because it is فرض بعد الوقوف, which normally is done after the wuquf in Arafah. है आपके साथ microphone? You have? Okay, चलो बोलो.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شروط صحة الأداء.
Prerequisite that when the ada of Hajj will be correct.
لا يصح أداء الحج.
Ada of the Hajj is not correct.
إلا إذا توفرت الشروط الآتية.
Except when exists the following prerequisite.
الإحرام.
One is ihram.
فلا يصح أداء الحج.
So it is not correct to perform the Hajj
بدون الإحرام.
without ihram.
الإحرام.
What is ihram?
هو نية الحج.
To make a niyyah of Hajj
مع التلبية.
along with talbiyah
من الميقات.
from the miqat.
ونزع
and pull out, you mean remove.
ثياب.
Makhitati. Okay, the stitched clothes, like the normal clothes that we are wearing. وارتداء.
وارتداء
ثياب
غير مخيطة
للرجل, and to put on the dress which is not stitched for the men only.
ويستحب
and it is mustahab
أن يكون إزارا.
that dress should be consisting of a sheet for the upper body. I mean for the lower body, that is izar.
ورداء.
And for the upper body.
وتلبية. وتلبية
هي that is
أن
يقول. When an come and mudare, it will give nasab to it. Okay, remember أن يذهب أن يقول, right? So and remember this one أن يقول.
لبيك اللهم لبيك. لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك. إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
The second prerequisite is what?
الوقت المحسوس.
Specified time.
فلا يصح.
It is not correct
أداء الحج.
to perform Hajj
قبل
أشهر الحج, before the months of Hajj, which are 3.
أو بعده.
Or afterward.
وأشهر الحج.
And the months of Hajj are
هي شوال. وذو القعدة. وعشر ذي
الحجة, and 10 days of the 12th month. Okay, one is 9, one is 9, one is this is 9, this is this is 10, 9. This is 11, and this is 12 months number. Okay.
فمن طاف.
The one who did tawaf.
أو سعي.
or he did sa'i.
قبل ذلك لم
before
يصح.
these 3 months.
لم يصح.
It is not correct.
ويصح.
So what he is telling you, that tawaf and sa'i before these 3 months are not correct at all. But if you wear ihram before these 3 months, so that will be makruh, but it will be okay. You see, you look at the wording, right? فَمَنْ طَوَافَ أَوْ سَعَى قَبْلَ ذَلِكَ لَمْ يَصِحْ. Not correct at all.
ويصح الإحرام.
And ihram will be okay.
مع الكراهة.
Along with kirahiyya, which is not appreciated.
قبل أشهر الحج.
Before the months of Hajj. The third prerequisite is what?
البقاء المحسوسة.
The specific locality.
وهي أرز عرفات.
And that is the land of Arafat.
للوقوف.
For wuquf. Wuquf means to stay there. Okay.
والمسجد الإحرام.
You need Masjid al-Haram for what?
لطواف الزيارة.
For tawaf al-ziyara. That is the tawaf, Hajj tawaf, which is done after returning from the Arafat.
فلا يصح أداء الحج.
It is not correct to perform Hajj
إذا فات الوقوف.
بعرفة. When you miss the wuquf of Arafah, your Hajj is not correct.
في وقت الوقوف
and that specified time of wuquf.
وكذا لا يصح
In
أداء
the same way, it is not correct to perform
إذا فاتت طواف
if
الزيارة
you miss tawaf al-ziyarah, because that is another fard.
بعد الوقوف
That
بعرفة.
has to be done after the wuquf of Arafah. You cannot do it before, right? Okay. So how many fard in Hajj? Three. Remember that. Okay. One of them is shart and two are rukun. Okay. Shart is ihram and two rukun is what? Wuquf of Arafah and tawaf al-ziyarah. ये याद रखने हैं ये तीन. ठीक है ना? Okay. वाखिर दावाना अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.